Hey, Coach, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
It seemed tonight like the team was playing at a slightly quicker pace to get the ball up the floor and get into their sets quicker. Do you feel like that helped lead to part of the reason why you guys had such a great offensive night overall?
Yeah, I think we're playing the pace in the half court. I think it's good for us. But also picking up the floor, like we said. We pick up the floor early, get into our drags, our double drags. It opens the floor up, and that allows us to get the ball to the second side of the floor as well. So my guys did a good job of doing that. Did a good job of playing with pace in the half court as well, attacking downhill, getting into the paint. And, just got to continue to keep building these good habits.
Do you think that pace is also brought about by getting the defensive stops that energize the team to do it?
Yes, sir. I think early on, getting the stops, getting out early in transition really helped us out. Generated some easy baskets, which we've been talking about all season, trying to get it up early, get easy baskets, and we did that. But we also executed our half court as well.
Thank you.
Thanks. Go to Andrew Grave.
Hey, Ty, congrats. You've been so clear the last week or so about how it has to start on defense, the defensive mindset for you guys. What did it say to you to have you guys turn over this team, which doesn't turn the ball over, have them do it 16 times?
Just active, disruptive. I thought we brought a physicality to the game. On the offensive end for us, only having 8 turnovers is good as well. We talked about that before the game. But just being into their bodies, being active. Thought Patty Mills got free a little bit too much, for me. But we try to have a conscious effort of where he's on the floor at all times. But overall, I'm pretty pleased, with our physicality and what we play defensively.
Go to Miriam.
Hey, Ty. In terms of that, Kawhi had 5 steals tonight, and he was super aggressive in that way. How important is that for him to kind of be out there and kind of set the tone and try to contribute?
Very, very important. Gardner, best player in DeMar DeRozan. Like I said, Kawhi took the challenge. And whenever he starts the game and sets the tone like that for us, it's easy for everybody else to follow. So, we need that every single night, and I think they're doing it for us as of late.
Go to Tomer.
Hey, Ty, congrats on the win. I don't know when it was exactly, but I feel like over the last two or three weeks, you guys have just put an extra emphasis, at least maybe in my view, of just going to the basket and attacking the rim with more aggression. It's resulted in more free throws the last couple of games. I guess, when did you see that start? And I guess how has that sort of changed what you guys are doing offensively, if at all?
Well, we've been talking about it all year. You've been talking about it. I've been talking about it. Our team's been talking about it as well. But we want to go with force. We don't get the calls. We can't complain. These guys just go through their chest and, get to the basket. We don't have it. They're going to shrink the paint. Then we got to make the right pass, for the right shots. And I think seeing the results of that early on with Marcus Morris, Kawhi and PG driving the ball, they're helping, kicking it out to Marcus. We got some wide open shots all night long.
You mentioned that you've been harping about it all year, but have you seen a sort of shift in focus on that at all? Or
yeah, I have. I've seen a shift in the focus on it, getting into the paint, attacking the rim. And my guys, like I said, PG and Kawhi, they lead the charge with that. They've been doing a great job, as of late. Just really attacking the basket, putting pressure on the officials, putting pressure on the defense, and putting pressure on the rim as well.
Thanks, Ty.
Thanks. Go to Law.
Hey, Ty. Lou Will got the 15,000 point milestone, and I just wanted to know from you, when he came into the league, you were a player in Atlanta, and he's from that area. Just wanted to know, what you remember about him coming into the league and what he's meant to this team, both on and off the floor, and what it meant to get that milestone for him today.
Which question do you want me to answer?
Well,
you want to go one at a time?
Yeah, we'll go one at a time. Okay. So first off, just the milestone today, what does he mean to this team? Especially considering you've asked him to be a scorer for this team. He hits 15,000.
A great milestone, especially for a guy who's come off the bench for most of his career and scored 15,000 points. That's a tremendous achievement. He means so much to this team, coming off the bench, giving us an offensive punch that we need. Tonight he was great. He's been great for this team before I even got here. And that's what he's brought and generated. So you don't win a 6-man multiple times without being able to score the basketball and play the way he does. And like I said, it's just a pleasure and honor to have him on our team.
And I just wanted to just recall, with you being in Atlanta, and him coming into the league, just if you remember when he came into the league,
a lot faster. But we know it's his 16th year, but faster, athletic. He really can jump, really can get to where he wants to on the floor. Really shifty. As a young player coming in, especially out of high school, you tend to get those guys that play fast all the time, but he really had a shiftiness to his game, stop, start. He had a lot to his game that he played like a veteran, And then I think when he found his niche, just coming in off the bench and scoring the basketball the way he does, he took off from there and he hasn't went back.
Thank you, John.
Thanks. We'll take a question from Shane Young.
Hey, Ty, I guess expanding on what you were talking about with Kawhi earlier, is this, since you've been there and with the Clippers, is this some of the best, bounce and off the dribble type stuff you've seen him have since you've been there?
Yeah, I think he's getting more and more comfortable. I think more pick and rolls, being able to make the play, how to pick and roll. I think when he's post up the team for double teaming, we're scoring like 1.4 points per possession. He's really making the right play and the right pass, something that we drill all the time. So just overall, I just think, now he's starting to ramp it up, and trying to get ready for the long stretch ahead of us.
Thanks. We'll take one last question from Mason.
Hey, Coach. I'm kind of going off of what Shane said. Kawhi looked super aggressive early on. He was attacking the basket. He had a couple crazy dunks. I know he'll never admit this, so I'm going to ask you instead. Do you think that he has anything extra to give when he's playing his old team, playing against San Antonio, or is every game the same to him?
No, I doubt it. I think every game is the same for him.
Appreciate it.